So after, when I was a lot younger, was being adopted, I would always think like, whoa, like people always came to me and like, wouldn't you think like you know that you were adopted? I'm like, what do you mean? And I'd be like, well, don't you know your parents are like white, black, Caucasian, and stuff like that. And obviously, when you've been with people that are like 4 days old, like since 4 days old, like that's my family. So it's like I don't look at nobody different. Like I grew up, that's all I knew growing up. I have three sisters, one brother. They're all from like my parents. My brother was adopted too. He was actually adopted out by a different birth mother. Obviously, my brother is still not biologically, but since we grew up, together, that's still family. Obviously, my younger brother, he was adopted 2 weeks old. I was 4 days old, and actually had another brother was adopted from Argentina. He was older. He actually died back in 2009. Usually don't talk much about him because he was like kind of like a being delinquency at the house and kind of got sent somewhere else for being bad. And I always kind of held that against my parents because I was like my older brother was someone to look up to, so they kind of made me the big bro. So yeah, and kind of picked up a couple of bad habits that he would do and stuff, and getting in trouble and been through all that juvenile stuff myself, and some of it overflowing into my adult life. But I make the best of things now, and I'm very grateful I was adopted. People are like, oh, what's up? Me like being able to use like certain like equipment. Like people are like, oh, you know how to do that? Like with the tractor, because I grew up in like a 22-acre farmhouse, and it was like I was used to like the country life. To be honest, like that's what I was around, and when I'd go places, people are like, oh, you chop on a food? Like, oh, you know how to ride a food? Like, yeah. Like, oh, you know how to ride this big tractor? Yeah. That's just what I was used to it. My parents did a lot of farming stuff for like the neighbors, for their animals and stuff. So being in that environment of that, I picked up quickly. And I'm always the person that always likes to be riding around in something. I like to be in like a vehicle, four-wheelers, cars. I started driving very young. So yeah. So that's just a little brief stuff. I know I did set up a couple lives up. Didn't stream them yet. I'm still trying to figure out with this since I have a Google Chrome MacBook. I can't get the OBS to do the streaming stuff on my laptop since it's not on Windows and the program is a little different. So, depending on how this goes, I'll probably invest in this. Start investing, putting videos out there and making content and stuff. I actually had a pretty funny one today. Unfortunately, I was trying to put it up on Instagram Live. When I backed out the live and ended it, it didn't say like normal post, this and that. It said like save, share, and exit. Then I went to scroll down real quick, and the screen was like frozen. So when I clicked out of Instagram and came back in it was all gone. So I'm just gonna always keep this on me. So if anything's cool coming up, I can catch it on camera. But mainly for now, I'm trying to have up this adoption thing and tell y'all about me and being adopted, and it's great. I might have took it personal before in like certain ways of being adopted and feeling a way about like, oh, my birth parents never loved me or nothing like that, which is untrue. They just couldn't take care of me at the time. So, but we'll get into a little bit of that. Quick 4-minute clip. Just giving a little brief breakdown. Put this out, edit all this, and put this on the page. People interact. People can ask me anything. Just like, subscribe, ask me anything you guys want to hear. So, all right, YouTube. Thank you.